Hey, what's going on? Facebook, YouTube, sorry. Um, Sitting here because I'm trying to find the legal definition for guardianship. And, which is pretty much what I told her it was. But as I was upstairs watching Columbo and listening to stuff on YouTube, the word contracts came up in my head. The word, just the term contracts, just contract just came in my mind. And that's kind of what, when I was giving Dominique the definition of what legal guardianship was. My definition was, it is a contract between you and the court system that you are going to be responsible for whoever you're going to get guardianship of. And then something else popped into my mind as far as contracts. Marriage. Those that know me know that I've never been an advocate, I guess if you will, of marriage. This right here, and I know there's a misconception because there are those that either A, think this is a wedding ring or some kind of engagement ring, and it is not. It was actually bought on Etsy as a thumb ring for myself. I purchased it, and when I received it, and this is, not my rings, not my thumb size. I haven't worn a ring, dear God, in over 20, close to 30 years. But anyways, so, I tried each finger and it was like, okay, which finger is it going to fit? And it fit this one, which is the ring finger of my left hand. And that is the wedding finger, which, like I said, it's been 20, close to 30 years since I've actually worn a wedding band or a wedding ring. And I believe I lost at least 2 before me and my husband parted ways. But anyways, my marriage is a contract. Marriage is definitely a contract where you and another person, in, I guess, that state that you're getting married in, are saying, hey, I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life. I am marrying you because I want to take care of you for the rest of your life. Because I want to have a family with you. Because somewhere in there is love. Once again, I talk about my low self-esteem as a kid. And then with the examples of marriage that I saw, I mean, don't get me wrong, I saw maybe a handful of marriages that worked when I was a kid, when I was growing up, but the relationship inside my own home, my biological parents weren't married, not to each other. And then I had a brother, and his father and my mother weren't married. And my mother and our stepfather didn't get married until I was 14, 15. And it was like, after they got married, well, there were already issues before they got married. I don't know why they got married, why they waited 12, 13 years after being together and bullshit happening in their lives that they got married. But I mean, it was like after the marriage, it was like life was just downhill for our family. Drugs were prominent. We were hell. The drug dealers were living in our basement, and it was like, ugh, this is that was just a life I never wanted. You know, I was never that kid, that little girl that went through magazines and books and said, oh, I want this kind of husband and I want these many kids, because you had girls back then that did that. I didn't play with dolls. I didn't play stuffed animals. I didn't have tea parties. I didn't do the girly shit, as I call it. I just didn't have that mentality. And, you know, at the age of 45, I'm a divorcee. Unfortunately, never married any of the fathers of my children. Why? You know how the book ends. You know, and it's like now I'm looking at my daughters, because I've been setting the example that, hey, let's shack up and keep having kids and not step foot in a church and wear one of these. You know, I've been teaching them that that's okay, and it's not. So, you know, and they've seen me with this person and that person and that person. Dominique for sure has seen me with at least okay, I can't count right now, but you know, at least 3 people, you know, that weren't her biological father. And that's not a good example to set for anybody. So I have some work to do. I do. I have some work to do. I have a whole overhaul to do with my life so that I can teach my daughters the right way to live, the right way to be. As quiet as it's being kept, I am leaving my current situation. Knock wood, by the 20th of this month, because I am scheduled for surgery on the 21st, which is a Monday. And that is, hopefully, the 20th is when I want to be out of Port Huron and home, so I can recuperate for 6 weeks. But the return of Dominique to our family has really opened my eyes to my job, what I need to be teaching my daughters, what I have to retrain myself to know, what I have to go back to school for myself to know, to teach my children, whether it's parenting classes, whether it's, you know, going and talking to a pastor or a spiritual advisor and saying, hey, I need to teach my kids. And if I have to teach my kids, I have to learn and train myself. So, I mean, I can't be down on myself for these past 20 years. I can't, you know, because I'll become depressed and despondent, and I won't be able to train my daughters and teach them the right way. So, you know, at the end of the day, I am thankful for the relationships that I've had. I am thankful for the baby daddy relationships that I have had. I am thankful for the lessons that those baby daddies taught me. One, that I was not good enough to marry when I was carrying your kid. That says a lot about the baby daddies. And about myself. But this is not something that I want to continue with the second the saga continues with the next generation. And it's all about how I feel about myself and what I'm willing to accept and what I'm willing to not accept. Because it's not too late for me to tell people, go away. If you're not helping me, you're hurting me. And I've been doing that here lately. Some people it's harder to kick out than others, especially when you have children by these individuals. But that's what courts are for. That's what courts are for. Don't really know what else to say right now. Just got so much going on in my head. Yeah. I can't get despondent. I can't get depressed because of my past and those that I've dealt with. If anything, I thank each and every one of the fathers of my children for the lessons that they have taught me, especially the last one. I swear if I could go back in time. You know, you ever have a situation or a relationship where somebody you just really wish you could go back and just do it right the first time? But if wishes were horses, we'd all ride. If wishes were a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Something to think about, people. Well, on that note, I have to get my day started. I gotta finish cleaning my kitchen so I can cook for this big ass family of mine. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. It is wet. I'm looking at it right now. It is wet. I don't know if you can see out my door, out my window, but it's ugly outside. Yeah, see, it's ugly outside. Despite the ugliness of the weather, please enjoy your holiday, because I'm getting ready to get myself out here, put these ready to go briquettes on this grill, do these ribs, this chicken breast, and lay it down till tomorrow. I might pop in later, I might not, but you all have a blessed and happy Labor Day.